I should be like you, Melvin.
Oh, fuck you, you
Cool. Let's get the elephant out in the room out the way.
cheeky chip bag.
Good evening. Oh, look at my move. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, goodbye. It's two men down the pub slowly getting pissed again.
Yes.
On something new this week.
Cheers. You got the left out.
I have.
Nice drink, but very, very heavy as well. So
I'm very expensive, which is why I decided to have it as the free one.
yeah.
Yes.
The cherry
Yes.
fox and Chloe.
Yes.
She does look after us, doesn't she?
She does. She does. George, hey, Matthew's in.
We are. Paddy comes straight out.
George, why are you saying Rudkin out? What has he done? He's our director of football. He is the one that everybody cannot see past. If anything goes wrong at the club,
I thought
it's
he was
his
the one
fault.
that wrote the Jungle Book. No, that's Richard Phillips.
Basically, I will have addressed this point because, sorry, Georgie, but it pisses me off. He gets blamed for everything, right? If there's
Very much like you, then, Chris.
yes, if there was a blade of grass that died on the pitch, people would be saying it's Rudkin's fault. And I had one of these on the Facebook group the other day that was saying, like, we're not going to get anybody while Rudkin's there. Rudkin does as he is told, and he's not deciding who the manager is. That final decision will be down to top. So why is everybody blaming Rudkin when he's just doing what he's told? He doesn't pick the players, and he pays within, the money he pays to these wages. People say, "Oh, we're paying him too much. We pay too much." It's not him. He's doing and working to the budget that he's been given. People need to get off this fucking Rudkin out shit because it is a load of bollocks. Sorry, Georgie, but it is.
He's already gone on a run here at the Cherry Fox. So what have you been up to this week?
I've been having to go at people that keep saying about Rudkin out.
Rudkin out?
Yes.
Like Richard Kipling?
No. Colonel, have we been banned yet? No, we haven't.
No, Chloe loves us.
Yes. The Dino, hello. I see you got your England badge there.
Eugene's with us. Hello,
Yes.
Eugene. How you doing, mate?
Hey,
Let me out.
when we talk, but he's the owner, so I kind of,
Yeah,
you
kind of get that.
yeah,
can't you?
yeah.
What's with the green retro gear you got on there, Chris?
Class. It's not shit retro gear like you wore the other week.
That's harsh.
Harsh but true. Harsh but true. By the way, Lookman. So our first game is against you. We're going to be coming on to the fixtures later.
Yes.
One of us has done homework.
And
one of us
has got their phone.
Yes. Who's the more? Yeah, but in fairness, you do know. See, I didn't know who was in the top 8 or 10. So, because we were in the Premier League last season. Yeah. Luke's in. Hi, Luke.
Hello, Luke. How you doing, mate?
Look, I've got to say, I'm going to say this. If you are a Leicester fan and you are watching, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, not 6 o'clock. There was originally 6. It's now 7 o'clock. Kieran Maguire. We are talking finances, FFP and PSR, and how it affects Leicester City.
Do you know what? It's going to be a great show, actually. Because, of course, I had Kieran Maguire on a couple of times, actually, to talk about the finances of Bournemouth, especially Properties clubs as well.
Yeah. Reading, by any chance?
Reading was in there,
Yeah.
Derby was in there, Bury was in there, Bolton was in there, Wigan.
Yeah.
So a lot of real, crisis clubs. So yeah, do go and watch that as well. But apart from that, of course, we have got the Euros that have started. We'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, they have.
Oh, I never know they kept that quiet.
We've also got this general election. And I'll tell you what, I've called this video.
Oh, election. Sorry.
It's the ballad of Nigel Farage. And if you love him or hate him, it's entirely up to you. We are a non-political broadcast here.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if you do like the beat, whatever he says, he would make a great rapper. Nigel Farage, if you cut out all the rest of the stuff, he would make a fantastic rapper. And the ballad of Nigel Farage could be. Can you imagine him doing Rappers Delight?
No.
Nigel Farage?
No. I know mine's quite powerful. What are you drinking? Can I just say, folks, those of us that remember, because we didn't do one last week because of all the Enzo stuff at Leicester, but you may have remembered last week we had, pleasure is not the word I would use, but we had to sit through Wishy the Fishy in a little dishy. Well, he wanted to do one this week for Nigel Farage, the Barrage or whatever.
I actually found an AI software.
I banned him. I banned him, so I'm not going to put you through that again.
It was brilliant.
Matthew, let me know what you think.
I even put a beat to it as well. It was like, a bit like Rappers Delight, a little bit like,
it was nothing like Rappers Delight.
Nigel Farage sounded like JD.
No, he did not.
He did.
No, not at all.
We improved Nigel's career immensely.
No, you did not. And talking, you see, this is the man who has got a camera in my bathroom because he rings me every time I go to have a shit.
Yeah, every time he's tapping throw, it's like, hello, Chris, you all right? What are you up to?
I just cut him off this time, didn't I?
Well, yeah.
He messaged me back. You having a shit?
Yeah.
But this is also the man that, talking about the Euros, has absolutely no idea what countries are in the Euros.
I'll tell you. So we've got Germany.
Yes, we have.
We've got Italy.
Yes, we have.
We've got Italy. And we've got France.
No, we haven't. I think actually, can I just say, you've got 2 out of 4 right there.
Germany.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Germany.
That's 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Italy.
No.
It's Italy.
It's Hungary.
Italy. It's Italy.
It's Hungary.
Oh, it's the wrong way.
That's Italy. And that one at the end is Netherlands.
That's wrong.
France goes down. If anybody remembers World War II. Yeah, but no, but
Oh, I think so. This we're going that way. You know, whole block.
no, yes, but the flag, the actual flag. If you were to unpin it all, it actually goes across, not down. You know, this is it's like my old job on CBBC. Good morning, children. How are you? Today we're going to talk about flags. And he's been let out of the special needs class today to join us. It's Craig. Good morning, Craig. How are you?
I'm so pleased to be here today. I tell you what,
Glad you are, because I'm fucking not.
I tell you what, Nigel Farage will be this flags on.
No. You know the Union Jack.
Yeah, that's
Hang on, Matthew. To be fair to Paddy, it was funny this week's one. Richard's edition was shy. Now this one was shite as well.
It wasn't shot. Matt's heard the elements from it. He didn't hear though, because for some reason it went. I don't know what happened to it. He didn't hear the actual beat that gave to it. It was like a
You lucky fucking
It was like a
Matthew.
rapper's delight beat. And I'll tell you what, it was immense. It was absolutely immense. The picture as well. I was going to do it as if it was a call in to our show. You know, it's like a call in show now. You know, people call into Jeremy Vine or this morning, the Agony Arm, or that's probably not.
Can I just say, has anybody got a fucking idea what she's on about? Yes, and Matthew, I did work on CBC and I was sacked for swearing. I said, no, not what you were thinking. How is your daughter? But no, all joking aside, that was not really true. We shouldn't say that. No. I've not told you she's lying.
Straight into that. It was just some bloody.
But no. Let me just say that when you go on and you're going, "Good morning, children. How the fuck are we today?" You pretty much know. No, can I just ask you? Bless you. I have never worked for CBBC. Can you imagine this on CBBC?
Did you work with Ed the Duck? Yeah, you had your hand up his arse.
Oh, I tell you what, it was a lovely arse as well.
Bit of stuffing straight in the oven.
I tell you what, it was an easier fit than yours is. Oh, there we go.
Do you know what? When my son was young, and I don't lie that you didn't hear the same. I used to watch CBB's Nighttime Hour. And what it was nighttime bedtime story. And what it was it would be somebody reading a bedtime story to the kids.
Jack and Nori, in other words.
No, it wasn't Jack and Nori. It was Kimberly Walsh from Girls Aloud.
That's why you watched it. Yeah. Not the story.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch Ministry of Mayhem to see Holly Willoughby in a school uniform.
There we are.
Don't say you didn't watch it.
No comment.
I was a Tiswas generation.
Tiswas?
Yes. I've been on Tiswas, you know.
Have you?
I have.
What, met Chris Tarrant?
Well, didn't know. I was on the phone.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, well, me and my best mate at the time, Andy, who lived up the road from me, and we'll get on to football in a minute, folks. We've still got anybody watching us. And we worked out that back in the day, and children ask your parents, we used to have to send answers on the back of a postcard.
Yes.
So we worked out that when those that were getting picked out to win the prizes, Tiswas tokens, had all sent in like projects.
Yeah.
So I said, we'll do a project for this one. So we knew the answer, so we did a project. And Friday night, because I used to go out on Saturday mornings, Friday night, my mum took a call, and the guy went, "Hello, is that Mrs. Florian?" "Yes, it is." He said, "Oh, hello, good evening to you. This is Nigel," or whatever it was, from
Nigel Farage.
from ATV, who made it at the time. And he said, "Chris entered the competition. We'd like to get it on." Now, my mum's brother, my uncle, Neville, was a bit of a joker. And she said, "Get lost, Neville. I'm busy. I haven't got time for this." And he went, "No, seriously, Mrs. Florian, it is. Is Chris there?" Well, Dad had locked me in the shed, right? And before anybody thinks that I had a really bad childhood or I was being abused, we were playing a game, you know. So she ran outside to get me. And yes, I went on the next day and had to, I guess, do a competition, and I won a Tiswas token. And funny enough, I nearly did it because it was things like a blank in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, or whatever, you know, bird in the hand. But the one I didn't get well on, the actual answer was fox. I mean, mum and dad didn't know, fucking parents, who'd have them. And but I won a Tiswas token, which actually happened to be, really disappointed, an EMI record token.
Was it?
Yeah, and I also, not only but this, I had a joke in the Tiswas Summer Special magazine. And yes, I do remember the joke.
Well, let's be honest.
Do you want to hear that joke?
Yeah, it's better that you got a Tiswas token rather than making with Jim fix it for me. So I'm quite pleased.
Fair enough, that's a good point, actually. Yes.
You went down the right TV program.
Yes. Sally James, that was who was on it.
Sally James.
Yes.
Was this Chris Tarrant?
No, this was with Chris Tarrant.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, she was there for the older.
How old is he now?
I don't know. He's still travelling about on trains. Anyway, this was the joke that I had in the magazine. I do remember, children. I was literally about 10 at the time, something like that, 10, 11. Oh no, I still tell this joke now, so I don't know what that proves. What do you call a bull when it's asleep?
What do you call a bull when it's asleep?
Indeed. A bulldozer.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but I was 8 or 9 at the time. It was good enough to get into the Tiswas Summer Special. I was never a multicoloured swap band. It means something different these days, I know. back in the day. Anyway, should we talk football?
You didn't fancy going on it to knockout, either?
No.
That's a good thing as well.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Shall we move on?
Yes.
People are still with us. John's in. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm pretty good. And Hadker FC, of course. Mine and Matt's old team. So yeah.
Hacker? Isn't that what the... Oh, Hadker. I'd say Hacker. That's what the New Zealand people do.
Hacker, there we are.
Yeah.
Hacker. Right, so, of course, we got our fixture list.
We did. We did. Some of us were up early doing a show on it.
So did I.
Did you? And I'm impressed though. That's why I said some of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't chip the bed over.
Didn't you? That's a first. You know. Well, let's go through them then, because we start, and there's been some controversy about this. Friday night.
Hold that thought. Colonel Ward. 2 men dressed in armour walk into a hotel and ask for a room for 2 nights. What is the punchline?
So,
2 men dressed in armour.
oh, seriously? Oh, you're joking me, aren't you? 2 men dressed in armour, 2 nights, walk into a hotel and ask for a room for 2 nights. I thought he was joking. I really thought he was joking there. Right. What do you call a man dressed in armour? What's he called? In old medieval times, if a man was dressed in armour, what would you call him? Yes. What would you call him? A knight, yes. So 2 men dressed in armour go into a hotel and ask for a room for 2 nights.
I get it now. I get it. Sorry, we're a little bit slow.
No, not this fucking way. You what? I got it. I got it. I had to explain it to you.
Oh, dear. Mark Phillips, Red Army, says hello.
Hello.
Wayne says, glad you mentioned about the Rodkin Out Brigade. Some fans saying the board pisses me right off and disrespectful to Top and Vichy. I'll tell you what, I'm just losing my words.
You are. I'll read it. Yeah.
Read it.
Glad you mentioned about Rudkin and Brigade. Even some fans saying the board pisses me right off and disrespectful to Top and Vichy. Utterly disrespectful. Can't wait for tomorrow's show. Brilliant, Wayne. Thank you. Well, it does piss me off because Rudkin, if you believe what they're saying, is the guy that found Kante, the guy that found Mahrez. He wasn't, but he does that. The poor guy. If he was that shit, Top would have sacked him by now. Right, we've got a department.
Matt said it's not a hard joke, and Luke's agreed with. Seriously, he needs it.
Yes.
What was this? Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer? She kept running away from the ball.
Oh God Almighty! Right, look. Can I just say,
right?
We have no. I'm going to go back to the football. So I'm just going to address Wayne's point. We have to interact with the people. Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day,
can I just say that if you know what the answers are, please flag it up. Please flag it up. Oh yes, this is why I'm a radio DJ. DJ. No, look, we have a recruitment department. I don't know if it still is Martin Glover, but it was Martin Glover. We have scouts. Scouts will come back, having Martin Glover having spoken to whoever the manager is. The manager says these are the sort of areas I want covered, or a particular player. Martin Glover will go, right, yeah, and talk over it with Top and the board, and then give it to the scouts to go and find it. And the scouts go out, find these players, come back, and the manager will go, yeah, I want that one, don't want him, want that one. It will then go to John Rudkin at that point and say, right, let's see what we can afford. He's got a budget to work with, and he would then go to these players and say, like, right, do you want to come and join us? And now that player might say, fuck off, I don't want to play for Leicester. I've been offered a job at Bournemouth. So he would be actually at the moment, yes. So he then has to negotiate. But it's Top who gives him that budget. If he goes over the budget, Top will come back and say, no, you can't offer him that. Top authorises everything. So anybody who's on there that says that it's all down to Rudkin are fucking wankers. I'm sorry, but you are, guys, because you don't know what you're talking about. It's nothing to do with Rudkin. And do you think Rudkin gets involved with choosing the next manager? Does he bollocks?
Do you know what?
Susan Whelan.
Do you know what? It's like some of our fans.
You got something?
Yeah, some of our fans were going on about Neil Blake and Richard Hughes. Yeah. Neil Blake is on a pretty penny. Let's be honest. We know he's on a pretty penny. You know, he's on a decent wage. But the thing is that he's managed the club so well. You know, it's not Bill Foley that always manages the day-to-day.
No, because he's not here, is he?
He is the CEO, who is, of course, Neil Blake. He's run it so well. The head of recruitment, you know...
It's a 7 of them, by the
way. Neil Blake.
Blake 7? Oh, too young. You don't remember that program?
No.
All right, move on quickly.
So, yeah. The thing is that's the way I think that they've done a fantastic job. Now Richard Hughes has gone to Liverpool. So the same fans are going, oh no, he's gone to Liverpool. Well,
he's got to be reasonably good at his job if he's gone to Liverpool.
Well, exactly. But there's some fans out there who go, oh no, Neil Blake, he's useless, he's rubbish. He's not rubbish. He's managed the club well. You know, we wouldn't be in the position, let's be honest, we were always bloody skint as a football club years ago. Yeah. You know, we were always on our backside. You know, I remember the club, you know, having to feed hand to mouth. If you watch one of the bits of footage, there's, you know, where General Craster says, if you nod, you put in, you know, I think it was 100,000. Yeah. If you shake your head,
closing the club down. Yes.
And one of the actual advisors went over to him and said, just drive away from Bournemouth and never think of the place again. You know, to be honest, Jeff explains it better in his own words. But personally, that's why I think so many people, you know, who knock Neil Blake and Richard Hughes, and I bet Simon Francis gets to say, even though he's a legend.
Well, that fans like to log on to somebody, but they will never give Rudkin. They say, "Oh, he's bought a bad player, therefore it's Rudkin's fault," even though he didn't buy him. But they will never go back and say, "Oh, Rudkin's made a good decision there," even though it's not his decision.
I just want to give a shout out to Luke Link to Brighton. I tell you what, Lovely, lovely guy, Lucas, and got an absolutely fantastic channel. Absolutely fantastic channel. And good to see you, Luke. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
So opening day fixtures. These came out. Starts on the Friday night, as it always does.
Yeah.
We usually fall for that fixture, but it's Man United against Fulham, 8 o'clock kickoff TV. Now I have to be honest with you.
There's better matches.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I was going to say. Exactly the same thing. But I think the best matches have literally been picked for TV anyway. When you look at the teams that are doing the matches, 1, 2.
What are you saying? Forest versus Bournemouth? Not a
I've not got there yet. But
hold on. You said the biggest matches have been picked for live TV. You know what about Forest versus Bournemouth?
What about it?
You know, Luke is here. Everton versus Brighton. I'd rather watch that than Man United Fulham.
Yes, but Everton versus Brighton or Forest versus Bournemouth isn't going to draw the crowd, and it's not the big, huge. Right, it's like the Euros. Right, when they start the Euros, who was in the first? Who was the first game in the Euros? Who played?
Germany versus Scotland.
And where this being played?
Yeah.
Which is that flag there, everybody, by the way. Yeah, because it gets the biggest crowd. Because who would be watching? I don't know. Turkey versus Georgia. You wouldn't be watching that as an opening match. Well, yeah, but that's not the point. That is not the point. It's two shitting teams that you're not going to watch that as the opening match of the Euros.
Hold on, hold fire. Two shitting teams.
Yes, Turkey and Georgia.
Yeah, I did.
You thought I meant those two, didn't you?
Yes.
No, I'm saying Turkey. No, let me finish. Oh my God, let me finish.
And like Everton versus Brighton is important.
Yeah, but Man United are a bigger team. Man United are the bigger team than any of those, whether you like it or not. All right, they may not be as successful, but the thing is, they have got the bigger story. Can you imagine? Ten Hag has just been given a new contract. If Fulham go and beat them, that is headline news for Sky. That is why they are on the opening weekend. I'm sorry.
And all those idiots as well. Do you know what I was watching? I was watching the show.
It's what I've got to put up with every week, everybody.
Another really good friend, Tony from it's all black and white TV.
You haven't got that. You haven't got that many friends.
I have. Luke's here. He says loves Bournemouth. And you know, likewise, we love Brighton. You know, see us South Coast teams stick together.
Southampton. I love Southampton. A brilliant team. So glad they came back up. Can I just say, by the way, sorry, I just want to say, no, let me finish.
It's better than Leeds.
No, I'm just going to say, you can finish my line. Will you stop fucking interrupting me? I was about to say, who are Leeds playing on the opening day? And they're not, because they're not there. Next week, everybody, I'm bringing a gag. I'm going to give him a man one of those BDSM mic gags.
Hang on, let's all ask the audience if you've left or not. Leeds fans, can you just let us know who you're playing on the opening weekend of the Premier League season?
Yes.
Because Chris seems not to have written one down.
I must have missed that one off because they were the best team in the Championship. You know,
they're the best team in the country. You know, I was actually watching a Leeds channel earlier on, and they said they are the most successful team.
Was that punishment? Was that punishment for you being made to watch it?
Well, to be honest, I just thought I'd flick onto it because I thought, well, at the end of the day, you know, it's just funny.
Have you ever watched Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, Silence of the Leeds United.
Yeah, and do you remember when Hector had to watch non-stop weather or something at the end because of punishment? Maybe I thought that's why maybe you were watching. I'm not saying you're Hannibal Lecter, but I thought that's why you might have been watching these. So anyway, the first game on the Friday.
I tried to do that. What's called Hannibal Lecter? I can't even do it.
He spat all over me.
Spat over you. What are you doing?
Anyway, so Man United, Fulham, and I think that's why. It's because Ten Hag.
Luke's saying, "Who are you guys playing?" Shut up. Just read them out.
That's why Man United are there, because of the Ten Hag situation. Ipswich Liverpool. Now that has pissed off a lot of Liverpool fans because they said they always get one of the newly promoted teams.
Liverpool fans being pissed off.
I know, it's hard to believe. Yes.
Never.
And you know that these are supposed to be all random, right? Apparently, Tottenham did this when they were leaving White Hart Lane,
Hold
and
on.
Everton.
Hello, Brian. You're pissed off. Liverpool fans are pissed off. Right, moving on.
Who's Brian?
He's a Liverpool fan.
And what's he doing in your pocket? I thought you were happy today. If you start squirming, everybody, it's Brian.
We have got an Ipswich fan.
Can I just say,
Leeds love us Ipswich.
they're not footballs, Brian.
Leeds love us Ipswich. So, yeah. Leeds
But anyway.
love everyone. But then again,
But that's why. But Liverpool are not happy. No, what I was going to say was that Everton asked that if their last game of the season was at home, could it be changed to the week before and their last game be away? Because it's their last game at Everton and they feel the shine would be taken at Goodison Park and they feel that the shine would be taken off that because everybody would be following the promotion or relegation. And apparently Tottenham Hotspur did exactly the same at White Hart Lane, and they did it for Tottenham Hotspur, so they had to do it for Everton. So these aren't random at all. You know.
I'm having a bit slow. I'll probably watch it back
A
tomorrow.
slow show. What would you like me to explain to you? That is another joke you don't understand.
No, but to be honest, right, let's have a look at
No, you tell me what you didn't do your own homework.
I've got a mobile phone.
Oh, you can use it then.
I wasn't.
Come on then, I'm putting it away. Put it away now. Don't take
Right,
my mobile phone out
Everton
now.
versus Brighton.
But what did you want to say that you didn't understand?
No, because he was going on about Everton being at home.
Yes. Right. So the last game of the season,
Yes.
this season, Everton will be their last game at Goodison Park.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's
So
true.
what they said was, we don't want to be the last game of the season be at home because everybody will be concentrating on the promotion and the relegation, and nobody will think about poor Everton. And apparently Tottenham did that as well when they were leaving White Hart Lane.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's funny we haven't got Max in the room. I tell you what, Matt,
Who's Matt?
give Max a call. Max is Everton's biggest fan. Yeah, he loves Everton.
Right.
Honestly, he absolutely loves Everton. There's nothing that you can say bad about Everton. Basically, Max would be delighted if Everton got relegated at the last game of the season.
Delighted if Everton got relegated.
Yeah, Max can't stand it.
We just said they were the biggest fan.
I'm taking a piss.
Oh.
Have you not heard what do you call it? Sarcasm, Chris.
Oh yes, but give me a clue. You said it so. I
I
don't.
know there's not many hairs under there. But
I don't know who this guy is. He's your friend allegedly. Max, no.
All right, moving on.
Right, so Ipswich Liverpool is the TV game on the Saturday
Yes.
at lunchtime. Then we've got the 3:00 kickoff. So they also ran games. Arsenal Wolves, that'd be quite exciting. It isn't it? No. I'm joking. Arsenal Wolves.
Yeah.
Everton Brighton.
Yeah.
Now I feel sorry for Southampton, but they have got to play Newcastle at some point. So they're getting the long journey out the way straight away.
To be honest, that's that's quite funny to Mr. Ryan Fraser. Big quick reunion with Sir Eddie, where Eddie can wipe that smile straight in his face.
And then of course for you, it was Forest at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. We're going to talk the matches in a second. And then the Battle of the Clarets for the Saturday evening kickoff is West Ham versus Aston Villa. Now it's funny that these literally, as soon as they were announced, they knew what was going to be on telly. So the TV had been told before. The Sunday 2:00 game, Brentford Crystal Palace, which is one of the lesser. I don't know if that's on. Yes, it will be on telly, won't it?
Why have they picked that for TV?
London versus London, I've no idea. But this, to me, is the biggest game of the weekend, opening weekend, and that's Chelsea-Manchester City.
Why?
Well, because it's probably the two biggest clubs playing off against each other. I mean, Man United, no disrespect, but Man United, Fulham's not a biggest team, is it? Newcastle against Southampton. Southampton aren't that big at the moment. Everton, Brighton, neither of them are big. Wolves aren't big compared to Arsenal. Ipswich compared to Liverpool. So that they are. That's the one that if this was an FA Cup draw, that's the one that would be on telly. Chelsea, Man City.
Yeah, people would rather watch Ipswich versus Liverpool.
Look,
People would rather watch
I
somebody,
agree.
like Newcastle, Southampton.
No.
I don't want to see
No,
Man City.
no.
They bore the pants off
You
me.
don't, right? You don't, and I don't. But the people, man, they've got a bigger worldwide audience.
Yeah.
And the FA don't give a flying shit about us guys in the UK. All they're bothered about is selling this package abroad.
Well, when I was in the UAE, not to mention that, how many times I mentioned that before? There was about 20 planes all in a row. I wish I'd filmed it, but I didn't know the laws back at that point. I thought the last thing I want to do is get off this plane, start video camera, doing a camera shot of a load of planes in the airport, and then
Be arrested.
Well,
we could have hoped.
After about 5 minutes in the UAE.
Yeah.
So I decided not to. But literally, you'll have to take my word for it. 20 Man City planes in a row. It's quite impressive.
And then obviously on the Monday evening, Leicester versus Tottenham.
You try and chip away at that -15.
Exactly.
To be honest, let's come on to that quickly.
Okay.
Because I want to mention that. Now, I am very much in your corner.
You have been, in fairness, you have been, yes. Yeah.
I think, I was very much in Forest's corner.
Yeah.
Very much in Everton's corner.
Yeah, agreed.
The only side that I don't feel sorry for is Man City when they get done.
But they've not been, well, they probably won't get done, will they?
They won't get done because at the end of the day,
suddenly, when they bring this new fine thing in instead of points deduction, Manchester City will suddenly get a fine and be able to pay it off like that.
The problem is, and what Richard Masters knows, is that if he relegates Manchester City from the Premier League, it is his product, his development, it's his future, the value of the Premier League has gone down.
This is why I can't take a fucking word that Rick Parry says, who's the chairman of the EFL, because he was one of the people that set the Premier League up.
Well, Rick Parry as well, of course, he was a man, and I'm going to do a little bit of rock with that, but he was a man that turned around and said to Reading, when they were in financial strife, they still are in financial strife, but nicely, he said, the fans have suffered enough. He knows it's the owner. There's not going to be any more points deducted from him. And what did he do 2 months later? Deduct more points. So at the end of the day, Richard Parry and Richard Masters have only got 2 people in mind. Richard Masters, Rick Parry.
Yeah.
The pair of them don't care about any club, regardless of who it is.
They don't care about the fans either.
Be it Bournemouth, Leicester, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, any team.
Yeah.
They do not care. They do not care. Likewise, Rick Parry doesn't care about Leicester. He don't care about Reading. He don't care about Wigan, Derby, whoever. You name it. Harrogate Town. Does Rick Parry?
He probably doesn't even know where it is.
No, he probably doesn't. He probably doesn't. Do you think he wakes up in the morning and goes, stretch. Oh, I wonder how Barrow's doing today.
No, he won't have even heard of it. But, right, so those are the opening day fixtures. For me, the biggie is Chelsea, Man City. Leicester, I think, are on there. I think we will be on quite a few games, possibly, because of our financial situation.
Yeah.
And Ipswich, because, out of the 3, I feel a bit sorry for Southampton. I know you don't, but of this, I understand that. But of the 3 that have come up, Southampton is probably one that isn't a story for Sky. Leicester, we've got to fight the points deduction. Ipswich, it's the story of 2 back-to-back promotions. So they're the stories. Now, we're going to do Bournemouth first. Away to Nottingham Forest in the first game, which is a non-televised 3:00 kickoff on the Saturday. Feelings about that?
Oh, it's absolutely delighted when they come out. I was deep down hoping that I was going to get Ipswich, and then as soon as I saw Nottingham Forest, it was like, that's like an anti-climax. You know, it's a bit like, you know,
Yeah.
it is. Well, no, I was going to make another one of my analogies.
Oh God, we'll be here all night.
You know,
No. Move on quickly.
do you know what? Oh, you know, I hope nobody at the club actually turned me around and said, "Oh yeah, we'll take that." It is, you know, when having there Ipswich, you know, could have had a date with Margot Robbie, and they said we've gone for a Sonia from EastEnders. You know, that is what Nottingham Forest is.
Some of us would have taken Sonia in a peak. We're not all as choosy as you are, mate.
Or Margot Robbie.
No, she's overrated. But no, I've got to say though, I only to wind you up. Look, the thing is, I've got to say, right, and I did this because
Mila Kunis.
Fuck off with Mila Kunis. Every week he's got to get up Mila Kunis.
Oh, dear,
you wish.
Dear.
No, when the fixtures came out this morning, I did various posts. So I did the first game, which was Tottenham. I then did our first 5 fixtures, our 4 festive fixtures, and our last 5.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not disrespecting any other team here, but when you look at that, and you do this every single season, you look at that and go, is that game a winnable game? Not that you're going to win it, but is it a winnable game? And you would look at Nottingham Forest and go, yeah, that's a winnable game. If you were away to Manchester City, you'd look at that and go, well, you're probably not going to win that. In all honesty,
to be honest,
taking your bet. No, that's
somebody
true.
Somebody mentioned Man City is what they would have rather first, and at least it gets them out of the way.
Yeah, I get that.
And
But
plus, it's a Euro year. You know, at the end of the day, you play Manchester City first. Anything can happen.
But under normal, he's got a fucking answer for everything, hasn't he? But under normal circumstances,
Luke's happy.
You know, exactly, because he looks at that and he probably thinks that's winnable for them. Yeah.
I'll say this though.
It's like when we played in the FA Cup, right?
I've had a look at their fixtures for us, and if they are in the relegation zone of September, God help them. Because I tell you what, their fixture list is not high.
Yeah. But you know, in the FA Cup last season, and Enzo said when we got Bournemouth and then Chelsea that we should not judge those performances about how we will perform if we get promoted. And I said bollocks. Bournemouth is a team. No disrespect, but Bournemouth is a team that on paper we'd look at that and go, it's a winnable game. Right? Chelsea, not so much so, you know. And so that's, you know, Ipswich was looking at that thinking, fucking hell, Liverpool, you know, on the first day.
They might have looked at it, and if they had a look, they might have gone, Bournemouth. Let's go to Benjamin Bloom. And I said, I'd love Ipswich first game of the season. Probably not what you want. And he said, well, Becker's come to choose us. He said, you know, we're just delighted to be back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got to play all these teams twice.
Farage just arrived back from a holiday.
Going in. But no, you know, you do have to play these teams twice. Of course you do. But I'll explain my thinking again in a minute when we come on to us. But do you want to do Bournemouth games first?
Yeah, I will need to unlock my phone. I have not.
You got Brian's been playing with it in your pocket.
I hope not. I'll tell you what.
We did say about
this show. Anybody who's tuning in for the first time is absolutely mad. So, Luke, honestly, it's absolutely
Colonel. That is absolutely awful. Ipswich versus Liverpool should be on Sky for me. It is, Luke. It's either on Sky or TNT. It's a 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, so it is on TV. Chris, have you seen the non-season ticket prices for next season? No. They're getting absolutely laughed at by the board. We need the money, mate. We need the money. Look, what I get what you're saying, James, but, and I presume you're on about Leicester, we did not have a season ticket price increase for 5 seasons when we were in the Premier League, even probably longer. So I kind of don't, I mean, I don't go to the games, but I kind of wouldn't moan because they could have put them up all those seasons and they didn't. Even after we were in the Premier League, no increase on season ticket prices. So, but anyway, we're talking Bournemouth for a
Right,
bit
let's
here.
talk Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So, of course, our fixture list starts, like I say, away at Forest. But do you know what? First home game of the season, I'm quite happy with this. Against Eddie Howe's Newcastle. Aside,
Ooh.
actually, we've got quite a good record. I don't know why.
Mm.
Maybe it's Eddie goes a little bit softer on us. But I tell you what, you know,
You're soft.
I tell you, I'm not going to lie. I would get a little bit excited, you know, if Eddie did come back at some point. That sounds really, really wrong. But
It
to be
does.
honest,
It
most
does.
Bournemouth fans would get very, very excited. You know. Then we got Everton away, so we are going to Goodison Park. Our last visit to Goodison Park is quite early on in the season. I tell you what, I fancy that. I fancy the trip to Goodison Park. You know,
Last time.
yeah,
you
the
know,
last
to go.
time. In fact, if anybody's ever been there, it's a good stadium, but it's not very good if you have got a bit of cramp.
Is it not? I'm taking a picture of me drink for.
Just take a picture of the strength sometimes. Right, should we continue?
I wasn't stopping you, though.
So we got Southampton, 28th of September at home. You know,
Is Southampton the team you? I mean, it's obviously got Southampton and Bournemouth and Portsmouth. I mean, sorry. Is Southampton the one you hate more?
what, Southampton Portsmouth?
Yes.
Come on. Well, to be honest,
Well, I don't know. I'm not a Bournemouth fan.
No, I don't.
I know.
I don't. At the end of the day, you know, they are a local rival, but it's not a nasty local rivalry. It's not like what
Like Coventry with us, that's not nasty. But that was local rivalry. You know.
Well, they weren't particularly very nice to me, were they? But it's not like West Brom versus Wolves, for example. That's you know,
nasty.
nasty. You know, Southampton, you know, we give each other a little bit of banter, take a look at each other, but see what I think we're lacking. We don't really have a rival. We don't have a rival. You know, some Bournemouth fans will say Reading's the rival. Again,
Why?
You know, it's miles away.
Paul Town?
It's miles away. And, you know, from knowing it up there, you know, Reading fans don't care. Give a shit about Bournemouth, to be honest.
No.
You know, Brighton too far away, and actually a club I really
like Brighton.
Yeah,
I like Brighton.
And, you know, who else? Watford. I don't like Watford. I really don't.
Your rival should be Southampton or Portsmouth.
And Leeds, even though I do get on well with the guys from the Square Ball and things like that, underlying deep down, there's a little bit of dislike for Leeds.
Most people have got that this season. They really took a hating to Leeds, didn't they?
But, you know, to be honest, the Square Ball are a good bunch of guys. And plus, they're going to sell us Somerville as well.
Apparently, we're going after Rodon.
I know Luke might have something to say about that, but Somerville, he's being linked with Brighton, he's being linked with Bournemouth. I really hope he chooses this part of the South Coast, but I wouldn't be surprised if he chooses.
Can I just say something? I'm not being awful, but surely he's more of a Aston Villa, Arsenal sort of team that he'd go to.
Possibly.
I mean, we've been linked with Rodon, but I don't think we can afford him. I don't think we can afford anybody.
Are we just going to raid Leeds? Everybody's just going to raid Leeds.
Yeah. As much as we hate them, they've got good players.
Yeah, they have. We're just going to give them a lot of money, unfortunately. This is
give on the proper name, Red Bull Leeds.
Red Bull Leeds. Yeah. Red Bull Leeds. In fact, we'll come to that. Park that.
I'm parked it. I've parked.
Right. I'm just having a look at our festive fixtures. Crystal Palace at home, Fulham away. Why is this in season? It's those two. You know, I'm trying to think. We did play Fulham November, I think, because I did go to that game. in the first season back. It was 2-2 draw. We went ahead twice. I think that was November. No, it was probably October. Actually, I can't remember. But very, very good performance under Gary O'Neill. But why those two? We would rather have an easy trip to Southampton.
You see,
I don't understand it.
I agree with you 100% that if it's a Christmas fixture, they should be. You've got quick Boxing Day and then the weekend after, and that should be local teams. Villa should play whoever close to Villa. Brentford Crystal Palace should be a Boxing Day. Leicester versus Nottingham Forest should be on Boxing Day.
Brighton. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
Brighton.
no.
I wouldn't mind. Brighton.
But I mean that's putting the fans first, and the FA will never ever put the fans first.
No, exactly. But to be honest, they're both really unattractive games. Crystal Palace at home, full away. They never really has to play twice.
Do they? That's well noted.
I'm just having a look where we got Brighton. So Brighton is our last home game in November. That's at Dean Court, and then of course we go into the Amex on the 25th of February. I will go to that game. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, good stadium to go to. But that's a bloody Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest with you. A lot of these games will not be on the dates or the times that. Yeah. I mean, the first ones will because they're the TV ones. But generally, you think you are playing these teams that weekend or that week.
Yeah.
It could well be changed for FA Cup replays because obviously, replays have we now? No, we haven't got replays.
No,
but
that's another thing.
They will be changed anyway. But it just gives you an idea of who you're playing in what order.
And then last game of the season, we're giving the team sent off before they go and face Oxford United. Well, I'll give, Oxford United might do what Ipswich did.
Did you want another drink?
Sorry, you love me really.
I fucking hate you with a vengeance. I really do.
But yeah, that's our fixture list. To be honest, I'm very indifferent about it. I think there is tough periods during it. I think our running is a little bit tough, apart from the last game of the season. Stop saying it.
No, in fairness, we'll talk about that separately anyway.
Although saying that, you might think that we owned the last game of the season because we went soft at Goodison, didn't we? You did. We went very, very
but we will talk about that game on its own after this next section. Anything else you want to say about Bournemouth season before we move on?
We're playing everybody twice. I don't think there really is anybody. Who would I like in the cups? Do you know what? I know we've mentioned and had a joke about this, but I quite like Oxford and Leeds.
Well, you don't want Leicester because they beat you. Can I just say, has anybody seen that somebody here is actually taking up more of the screen? The elephant in the room.
Swansea would be a good one. You can get chicken head back on.
Yeah, that was a bit of a disaster for me. Nobody knew him.
Oh, chicken head's brilliant.
He was brilliant. But right, so let's have a look at Leicester City season. So I've broken this down. Look how organised I am. I need to get a life. I really do. But colour coded. At least I didn't have to rely on. At least I did it. And then he turns around to me and says, "Did you not do Bournemouth?" I fucking didn't do Bournemouth.
No, but you've set it up so well.
I have.
I'm so impressed.
So when we look at the first five, because my fear was, if we're going to get a points deduction, hopefully it will come before the start of the season so we know where we've got to go. And that pissed me off with Forest and Bournemouth. Forest and Everton, is that they got the points deduction like 2/3 of the way through the season. At least we should have the majority of the season. So my worry was that if we got, and I thought the FA were going to do this, if we started off with the likes of Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, we would be if we're already, let's say, on minus 12, which I think will probably the most we get, if we're on minus 12, we would suddenly be, no, we shouldn't, but we would be well, if we then got those 4 teams first, we'd be well off. So the first 5 games we've got, as we said earlier, we've got Spurs on the Monday, the August the 19th. We've then got, that's at home, Fulham away, Villa at home, Palace away, and Everton at home. Now, like I say, when I say these, whatever I'm going to say next, I'm not disrespecting any team whatsoever. But like I say, you look at these and then you look and thinking, yep, that's a game we can win. Oh, no, that's going to be a given, you know. But I look at that, and that is not a bad start for us. Spurs is winnable because Spurs were not, they were up and down last season, let's be honest with you. You know, they could lose just as easily as win. Yeah. And of course, it is, as I called it today, the return of the man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Anybody who knows Return of the Mac, the song, it was a play on those words. Fulham, I thought so. Fulham away, which is the return of the Timothy Castagna. That doesn't quite work out. That doesn't run off the tongue and say. But away at Fulham, let's be honest with you, it was winnable. I think our toughest game, although we're at home, is Aston Villa.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that.
Yeah.
I think they're better than Spurs.
Yes, I think they are. So that could be the hard one. But again, if you look at the season last season, there's a couple of defeats in there that they probably shouldn't have lost. This one does worry me, Crystal Palace away. However, I was listening to Clinton Morrison. Yeah, I was listening to Clinton Morrison on Sky this morning. It depends who stays at.
Yeah, Michael is meant to be going.
Yeah, Izzy is supposed to be going, and somebody else is supposed to be going. And I think the match is about to kick off, which you're going to get in the background. That is very. That was louder than the it's going down. And then, so if they lose those 3-star players in the England camp, they'll struggle. If they keep holding them, they do well. And then Everton at home. Like I say, no disrespect, but those 5 games, I think we've got very, very, very good 5 games. We've then got Arsenal, which will be the first against the Big 6.
Yes.
Then we've got Bournemouth, Southampton, Forest, Ipswich. Could go either way. Just do sign language, then we've got Man United and Chelsea. And the thing I like is the big games against the Big 6 are reasonably split up. So they're not too bad until we come to later. Christmas, Boxing Day, away to fucking Liverpool. Every fucking season, we are away to Liverpool. You know what you were saying about Fulham and yeah. Or the other team that we get if we don't get Liverpool Boxing Day is Man City. We get them on December the 29th. So, and then we've got Villa on January the 4th. So those are 3 very hard games.
You've got bad March and April.
March and April scares me. Spurs and Arsenal, they're split up with Everton in the middle. March and April, fucking hell.
Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Newcastle, Brighton, Liverpool. That's horrible.
That is horrible. We might not have Enzo in charge at Chelsea by then.
He'll be sacked.
Yeah. Man United might not have Ten Hag by then. I mean, let's face it, Newcastle, they're not Man City, are they? They've lost a few. But that is a really, really bad. But I'd sooner have that March, April than September, October. I'd sooner have it at that end. And then when I look at our final 5 games, away to Wolves, home to Southampton, away to Notts Forest, and then on Sunday, the May the 18th, which I'm presuming will be on Sky, we're home to Ipswich. Then we'll come on to the Bournemouth game, I'd say, afterwards. So that 5 games should be, if we're not, no disrespect to any of those 5 teams, if we're not winning those games, we deserve to probably get relegated. Because
Yeah.
let's be honest with you again, would I sooner have Wolves, Southampton, Forest, Ipswich, or Bournemouth, or Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Newcastle, Liverpool? I sooner have the former. So what notes I've got here? Not a bad start. Christmas, 3 of the 4 games were against the top 5 side from last year. March and April, 5 out of 7 were against the top 8 side from last year. And the final 5 fair, but 3 of the 5 are away. Now, am I still? Is it still picking me up?
Yeah. I was just checking the audio.
And then the last game of the season, we have you guys.
Yeah.
At least though, we will be playing away to Bournemouth in May, so at least we'll have a day at the seaside.
Well, you're already at the season.
I am, but for the rest of the fans.
Yeah, I think it's, to be honest, if I look at your running, we're the hardest game out running.
Based on this season, I mean, we are favourites to get relegated, and I understand that because we're newly promoted, and people have got to realise that we are not the Leicester City that was previously in the Premier League when we were finishing 5th and winning the FA Cup. We're not that Leicester City anymore. We are the Leicester City that came up to do the Great Escape. That's who we are. Are we favourites for relegation? Of course we are, because we're going to start on a minus points. I don't think we'll be the only team, but we'll come on to that.
Right, I tell you what, though, in the comments section, what I want is a yes or a no. Do you agree with Leicester's points deduction, or what is coming? Because personally, I think it is completely and utterly wrong. You think Man City are going away scot-free? They have got 115 charges. Now, don't get me wrong, not all of those charges are serious charges, but at the same time, you have to target each team with their own celebration. Likewise, with Nottingham Forest and Everton, if either of those get relegated last season, they had every right to say that they have been unfairly treated by the Premier League.
I will say,
he's a crook, and the sooner he's out of the Premier League hot seat, the better.
I will say in my defence, and Lucas just said fixture list has been kind because Leicester with the points deduction could adrift very early. That was my point that I said earlier. That's a good point, Luke. Look, if we've broken the rules, which I'm sure we have, then we deserve a points deduction.
Yeah, but Man City have.
Yes.
Chelsea have.
Yes.
How many other teams
Yeah.
have?
But look,
You haven't.
but look,
done anything worse than that.
no, but Nottingham Forest haven't, Everton haven't, and they've already had points deducted.
Neither of them should have got points.
No, I agree, but they've had it. Yes.
Look, damn right wrong.
I agree totally. But look, what I don't agree with, and look, Forest and Everton got points when they got points deducted. They then got points deducted off that for good behaviour, if they like. We are suing the Premier League and EFL, so they're not going to be kind to us. What I disagree with is if Leicester went into administration, we would get docked 9 points.
So what about Manchester City?
No, leave Manchester. No, leave Manchester City.
That's wrong.
Yes, but look, but Manchester City are one of the big 6. They're one of the big 6, so that will save them.
They've got the best manager in the world.
Yes, look, forget Manchester City, but if we go into administration, we get 9 points deducted. Okay? No, we've got the money, we're not allowed to spend it, But, so you get 9 points deducted for going out of business. We could get 12 points deducted for breaking PSR.
But this is, it's a super league within the Premier League at the moment.
Well, we know that, but we're not.
Right, Aston Villa, I had Richie Neville from 5 on. I had Richie Neville from 5 on. And he made a very, very good point. If they did not get in the Champions League, they would have to sell players to avoid PSR.
Yeah.
The reason being,
we got away with it. Yes.
The big 6 don't want.
No, they don't. No. No, they don't. Once Leicester won the Premier League, Man City guys said we're not allowing this to happen again. You know, the reason we didn't get done before was because we were in the Europa League, and so we got that money in. But once we didn't get Europe, it is.
Absolutely not.
It is.
How can you expect a club to grow?
But no,
if they
I
are
agree.
spending the money
I agree. I agree. But that is a separate argument. I am saying we will get a points deduction and we will take it. We'll have to take it. We deserve it. Forest got it. Everton got it. Right or wrong, they got their points deduction. No.
They should have got.
No, they shouldn't. But they. No, I agree. No. Look, I get what you're saying, but it's not going to change. We're going to get a points deduction. The argument is how big that points deduction are. And tomorrow, 7 o'clock on LTID TV, Kieran Maguire talking to us about this. Hopefully, he will make things clearer. But look,
clubs when they ran back. I know we already mentioned them. But Reading.
Yeah.
They are a club that ran very, very badly.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Spent ridiculous project. Portsmouth, Leeds United back in the day. Two clubs that ran very badly.
Yes.
You know, Aston Villa aren't run badly. They've done well. You know, so why should they sell players? Because Abu Dhabi decided to effectively pour money in through sponsorship, and they're trying to say, no, we can actually pour more money in if we take the Premier League to court. That's what it's all about. They're taking the Premier League to court because they know if they win that, they'll be able to offset all this PSR because the sponsor will just go, Etihad will just go, right, okay, you know, we'll throw more money.
But the thing is, when they come to look at Leicester City, they're not going to give us two shits about Manchester City. So they're going to look at Leicester City. Yes, I know it's fucking wrong, but there's nothing we can do about it. Yes, okay. Look, I know you hate Richard Masters. I know you hate Manchester City. Yes, it's corrupt. Yes, it's corrupt. But
back in 1998,
whatever Manchester City do, it's not going to affect Leicester City. It isn't. They are a separate case. It's the same with Chelsea as well.
Well, that's one relegation place gone.
You know. But realistically, they're not going to.
But Chris, if they do what they did to Everton, so Everton got, I think it was for 8 charges. They got how many points? 10 points deducted. Right. Forest, I think, got how many points? 6, wasn't it? For, you know, that they behaved themselves. Which is fair enough. Now, the thing is, if you are basing on what Forest and Everton got last season, then Man City should have 11 times 8. Now, how many points is that?
Yeah, it's not going to happen though. Yeah, it's not going to happen though. Yes, I know. Yes, all right.
If that's what Richard Masters has given to those,
I
I
absolutely agree, but they're not going to. We're not fucking. Can we move on from Manchester City, please? Please, can we move on from Manchester City? This is the Bournemouth Festival. Right, you made your point. Moving back to Leicester City, you are, but not in a way that's not pissing me off.
I'm standing up for you.
Well, you're not. You're standing up to our football club so you can have a knock at Manchester City and Richard Masters. All right, so please don't say it. Please don't say it again. I'm going. Look, just can you let me support? Because whatever they do to Manchester City, do you not need a piss?
Right.
Do you need a piss?
Right. Can you remember the Gladiators?
No.
Do you remember the Gladiators?
Yes, I do.
And there was, what was his name? John Fashion. And he used to go, it was like relaxed.
Right, well, here we go. Rico, good evening, sir. Good evening. Do you not need a piss yet?
Are you trying to get rid of it?
Yes, I am. I'm not denying it. Because then I can get a word in. There isn't 2 words in that aren't Manchester and City. But look, that aside, it's never going to be compared one to the other. And I appreciate you standing up for us. But Nottingham Forest and Everton have had that happen, and no, joking apart. Everton and Nottingham Forest, Everton and Nottingham Forest have set the precedent. They've had that points deducted, so it's there now. So we're going to get that deducted. I've even forgotten what the original point was about half an hour ago. You know, yeah.
And Chelsea.
But look, they're going to look at Leicester, and they're going to go for Leicester and go, yeah, okay, points deducted, not points deducted. Look, if we've broken the rules as they stood, then we will get points deducted. We have to take that on. Whether that's right or not, that's a different argument. We will get points deducted. Hopefully, it'll be done quite quickly so that we've got the whole season to get on. It was Luke that started this by saying, yes, if we'd got that 6 of the first 5 being, top 5 teams, we would be cut adrift very early. Actually, in fairness, no, I argue with that. Because I had to.
The Premier League, it's good for the neutral fan. Don't get me wrong. We was in the same, league at the time, but I was cheering you on to win. We didn't like the pages for this. I was cheering you on to win that game because who wants to see Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal? You can't really say. Spurs, you most definitely can't say. But
have you got a scarf on you? I could hang myself. Right, I'm going to take right. For a moment. Let me finish. Let me say a sentence here.
Doctor Evil.
I love this show. I absolutely love this show. We're both as bad as each other, let's be honest. But look,
talk for yourself.
Look, no, I'm saying we're both as bad as each other. But look, I spoke to Gavin, somebody, I can't remember his name, that used to be on the EFL board. Yeah, that used to be on the EFL board. I know I've said this before. And what happened was the guy that said that they didn't want Leicester to do that again was not the Premier League. The Premier League actually if you see him again, he's sat on my knee, guys. Call the police. Oh my God, I've got his teeth in my face now. Right, no, in fairness, the Premier League. And the mic's nearer me so I can get a word in. No, look, the Premier League loves the Leicester City story. They promote that because it shows that they are the best league in the world. They tell everybody about that year. And this was no, let me finish. It was Manchester City that said, we mustn't let this happen again, or one of the big 6, a director from one of the big 6. It's the big 6 that are against that happening again. The Premier League. Can I finish?
Do you want me to go for a week?
Yes.
I'll go for a week. Go on.
Jesus.
You carry on, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm just going to go. Right, there we go. Look at that.
God, it's all wet on there. It's already been. It's already been, folks. It's wet here. Right, here we go. Is that right. The guy from the EFL who used to be involved with the Premier League, joined the EFL board. And the Premier League on the Premier League have got to think about packaging their product. So it was that the Premier League that said, we don't want this. It was the Big 6 clubs at a meeting of the Big 6 clubs. They want that again because it's a fantastic story. It's like who's it who's won in Germany? Is it Leverkusen? Who won the Germany? That's the equivalent of Leicester winning it. yes, Premier League are perfect. Yes, they're not. They're not. You know, they've got to support the big players in the game because that's what's going to earn them money. I don't agree with the fact that they put overseas sales of the Premier League and that product ahead of UK fans. I don't agree with that at all. But that's what it is. That's what it is. And that's why we've got the deals that we get with the Premier League and why, you know, even by getting relegated, you get millions and millions of pounds in twice in 20 years because of these deals. But like I said, there's a lot wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with it. But it was the big six that is back. Who's back? You bet yourself or what? I'm not getting up for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Chris.
I know you can't handle it. So basically, it is. Whilst I was saying the Premier League aren't perfect, and it is wrong that they put their passages and selling this abroad over the UK.
Yes.
So, if you get relegated next season, you'll still get 20 odd million if they got relegated by coming.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully so.
I'm gonna fucking slap it in a minute.
Violence.
You could actually, guys, you could see a live killing on YouTube.
I'm like a bloody child, didn't I?
Yes. It's one of the Premier League, but if you were to get relegated, or Farage to get relegated, or never got relegated, even if that's get relegated, we still get £20 million by getting relegated. We still get parachute payments. We'll still get parachute. This is going to be. You still get parachute.
Oh dear. Sorry, I'll behave myself. I'll behave myself.
I'm not doing this next week. No, so you get relegated. You still get £20 million. You still get parachute payments. That's because the Premier League project is sold around the world.
Yeah.
So we do get that benefit. That's why we can pay £40 million to a player.
Yeah.
It is the top six that we don't want it to happen for him. It's not perfect at any stretch of the imagination, but it's the big six conglomerate. Those got the Premier League balls in their hands. And they squeezed them very hard. Very few chances for opportunities.
I don't know really where to go with that. You have kind of silenced me with the balls in the hand. Earlier on, you said about a bird in hand, which I didn't understand the fucking anything about. I understand balls in hand more. No. I've heard of balls in the hand, though. But yeah, that's what.
Anyway, the last game of the season became Bournemouth.
I think we've covered this, haven't we?
No, you got distracted.
Right, carry on. You have your say.
Yes.
You have your say. Because for a moment, it got up to 146 watches. Yeah.
46.
Have you never heard? Oh, you love my work videos, don't you? Oh, honestly, if you want to,
we nearly talked about the last game of the season.
We did. I tell you what, if you want to watch something really exciting, type into YouTube after this show. Think local employee global.
He got me to watch it the other day. My God, I've never been fucking bored in my life.
Mate, it's exciting. It's a thriller.
If that is your job, I'm surprised you haven't committed suicide yet.
Jeez.
It was. Sorry,
Guys,
maybe-
watch it afterwards. I'll watch it
Maybe
afterwards.
if I wanted global employment information, that is the place I'd go to.
I think it's very, very exciting. It's brilliant.
I'll get you excited. I'm surprised you got 2 kids. Sorry.
Margot Robbie.
Anyway,
Actually, I tell you what, global employment, you could talk about Margot Robbie, couldn't you?
but it needs special.
Go, it needs. I'm dead.
So let's get the seasons forward. I am quite happy with that. Because if you play at this year's form against Everton last season, we could win it. But
Yeah.
again, and I'm not disrespecting Bournemouth, but you know what they played in the FA Cup. Enzo said, do not judge the Premier League games about how we'll do next season. And I said, bugger that, we should judge this is how we'll play next season, because they are Premier League teams.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, I'm not saying that we'll beat Bournemouth, and we've got a fucking awful record against you, actually. You usually beat us at the
Yeah.
but on paper, it is one of those games you go, well, it could be winnable.
Yeah.
Chelsea, if we didn't win it, we would say that wasn't a winnable game. So, the fact that we got Bournemouth last game of the season, that's going to have Bournemouth last game of the season, then let's say Man City.
You mentioned them there. You mentioned Man City there.
It could be the fact that we need to win that to stay up. Because we're going to be saying, fighting in a minor situation. What are your thoughts on the last game of the season?
I think it's a good one. But then again, we've had, I think we've got a very, very tough. I think we've got very tough run. You know, to be fair, we've got we've got the MC just before that. MC Hammer. I can't touch this. Don't touch this. I used to have a pair of MC Hammer trousers. I did.
I need to see that. You got a picture?
No, well, to be honest, they've been gone a long time. To be honest,
I used to have flares when I was a kid. Flares that used to cover my whole shoe up.
Jesus Christ!
And the thing is,
I bet you had a cowboy hat as well.
No. You cannot choose the era that you go like in the music from. It depends when you were born. If I was born 61, missed the Beatles completely, and then they took the Gary Glitter and roll.
Oh God, you've mentioned the whole trick. No, we've mentioned 4 tonight. Jeez, where does this go? This show just goes wrong.
It's a knockout.
So we've mentioned Jim will fix it. We've mentioned it's a knockout, and now you've just gone in with Rolf and Gary.
No, but I mean, when I was there was like the big song. So you can't choose that though, because I was sort of.
You're going to get us taken off air saying bloody things like that. You don't mention them, do you? Oh, Jesus Christ. There's me. I was talking about Nigel Farage, you know, and saying how he sounds like if you put into a Jay-Z track or Kanye West, Nigel Farage, whatever one of those things was. Brewdog Punk IPA thingamabob, I think it is. Yeah, that's the one. What's that one? You gonna have another leaf? It's quite nice, but it's very heavy. Oh, look at that! Craft and World Beers, Bloody Nora, Hazy Blood Orange, Bloody Nora. Maybe. Yeah, we've covered it, have we? This is probably the most drawn out answer ever.
It says something for you.
Greenland. What's his postcode? Do you know what his postcode is? Oh, actually, you know the reindeers? I saw them over at Christchurch a little while back. the reindeers. They weren't the flying ones. Oh wow! Is it? Yes. Oh dear. The Cherry Fox is becoming the Swingers Club. Oh, honestly, there was a Channel 4 program a little while back about that, and it was like about swingers. And actually, there's another show where these men dress up as dogs. It's just like weird. It's just like what, you know?
Sounds a bit rough.
But this swingers one, right? So there was all these couples dotted around.
You see yourself.
And then there was this old lady called Babs, and she was trying to get in with it. She must have been double the couple's age, and there were some 40-year-old couples there. Oh, hang on, we've got to hear this story. Right, the room. You asked me to shut up earlier on. The room is all yours now. So take the mic. You've got to tell us all this story about Chris at the Swingers Club.
I even threw the keys into the bowl. Securing the driveway. Thank you. Well, there won't be.
So you didn't then? That was bullshit. I wanted some sordid story there. Oh my God, I was waiting for it, and I thought, where is this going?
You thought.
The Riding Club. Riding Club Leicester. Oh dear.
Wait a second, I'm just going fishing, guys.
Do you know what? That's what they do with the old gimp pass. No, there's old Mavis with a whip. Gee, where is this show going? We've got.
No, seriously.
Oh
If
dear.
anyone's just tuned in, we are actually good men.
Yes, yeah. I tell you what, we love this show, don't we?
We just sit here and take the piss out of each other. People are watching us.
I know. It's just brilliant, isn't it?
Thank you. Everybody.
I've now set up memberships as well on the channel, so you can become a member of Up the Cherries in all departments with 99p. Yes. See?
Mine's better value. You get discount off mine?
No, but we look into that. They can do if they want to. I don't know. See, he's gonna.
If anybody is new, then
Do people want to go and watch the football, or do they want us to keep waffling on? They're loving it. They're really enjoying this. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Of course. In the Euros, there is Germany, Italy, and France playing.
We've also got Hungary and Netherlands, by the way. Look, let's start with the opening game. Well, they're watching on for it. Germany 5, Scotland 1. For Scotland watching, I do apologise. I hate both Scotland and Germany with equal vigour.
I don't hate either.
I do. And Scotland, we should rebuild Hadrian's Wall so that they can't come down.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
There we are. I don't know. Yeah, Chloe. Is it Louise? It might be Louise, mightn't it? Yeah. Cheers, everyone. There we are. Cheers.
We're here for another pint.
There we are.
No, Scotland were fucking awful. And
Yeah.
I do hate them both. They are the three teams, international teams I hate.
Go on.
Scotland, Germany,
Yeah.
Argentina.
I agree with the last one. I don't hate Germany. I really don't. They're just bloody
I
good.
bet you voted for to stay in Brexit as well, didn't you?
Oh, now we're getting political. We've already talked. Hold on, we've done a whole circle here. I should have left that video in for you because the thing is, we've done a whole circle. We was talking about Nigel Farage and how he could be, a Jay-Z of the future, or it could be a Puff Daddy. Can you imagine Nigel Farage?
I'm not saying anything.
Or he could be on Rapper Salai.
Anyway, talking about it, I'm older than you.
He's never heard of Kanye
No,
West.
I like. I hate Germany. I hate Scotland. I'm not keen on Wales, if truth be known. Northern Ireland, I feel.
Truth be told,
But
have you never seen Garrett and Stacey?
no, of course not.
Oh,
I don't like James
that's what
Corden,
Nessa says.
And I don't mind what I was doing right. I don't like having to face it, but I don't mind Germany. I don't like Scotland. Kind of enemy of my enemy is my friend. I was very confused. But I suppose it's one go back to win. I didn't love Germany. And I'm sorry, Scotland. It's awful. It's that bad. I'm looking really Scotland. I'm doing the Kim private to you instead. Scott, did you see it?
Yeah,
Scotland were awful.
they were absolutely atrocious. To be honest, Ryan Christie didn't even play very well. The defence was terrible. This is the problem with players playing in Saudi Arabia. I know we've spoken about this before, but the thing is if you're coming up against players that aren't of the required quality, then it is going to be a case that your style. I have got Portuguese cousins. But that is all right. That is all right. Always fucking interrupting me is. But yeah, with Saudi Arabia, you play in a league which is a lesser league against weaker players. Your standard is going to go down, and I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. I just think that's why Jordan Henderson is nowhere near the squad, because he's gone to Saudi Arabia, didn't work out because he's played with under Steven Gerrard for a bit. Yeah. And then he's gone to Ajax, where he couldn't even break into their squad, and they've had a shite season. So I'm not being funny, going.
I promise you, you have been funny.
Going to Saudi Arabia is not the best thing for any player.
You've got a very good point.
Yeah. He is covered up by have you know.
Germany did not really get out to second gear. Germany were better than Scotland in second gear.
Yes.
Germany looked good because Scotland was so bad. No, because you say Germany were in second gear. That's how bad Scotland were. Scotland can't be in second gear. I predicted Scotland to finish second in the group.
Yeah.
Then let's have a look at, and you might need to get your phone out for some of the other results because I get lost after this. We're talking about England.
Yes.
Now, you have done a show.
I've done a couple of shows about this.
At the end of the day, England always start off very badly.
Yeah.
In Euro 96, we only get a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I think even in 66, which we don't draw the first game. However, we won. It's 1-0. Everybody saying, no, can't get this, can't get that. We won.
Serbia are a better side than people give them credit for.
They did well in the World Cup. But one of the outsiders was not to win.
Yeah.
To do well. They let me down to get the last 60. But We won. The potential was enormous. We won. If that was the final, and we won the final 1-0, is that would everybody be moaning?
No, of course not.
Southgate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying I was on the talk.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Somebody else. With the transfer show.
Yeah. Flex.
Flex. No. Yes, Flex. Right.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. They did me as well. They did me as well.
Yeah. It's actually very honest about Leicester. They asked about England. Like I said, no other player apart from Harry Kane was the best team in any division, and in that division, that team not win anything for that season.
Do you know what though?
That's why we've opened the Euros.
During that game, you know, we was crying out for Dominic Solanke. I know he's not there, but you know, somebody who could drop back a little bit deeper and open up. Bellingham, Foden, you know. Yeah, I completely agree. But to be honest, I didn't think Trent Alexander-Arnold was that great. Although the stats, Matt made a good point, and watch our video about it with John Sinclair. You know, the thing is what?
Oh, not that video. Sorry. Don't watch that video with Paddy and Max.
Paddy and Max. He's got Pornhub on the mind.
No, it's a song, isn't it? I don't know if that's Georgia. No, do check it out. The Towers in the department.
Of the Clarets? Yeah.
That leaf is very good stuff.
He's, you know, bit too fucking heavy.
The cherries in all departments, do check it out.
He's
He's
a lightweight, isn't he? He's a fucking lightweight. Oh, I don't know if I should. But yeah.
It's a bit of a joke.
It's a picture of my daughter. Oh dear, this whole show has just got to a whole new level. Right, let's move on.
Euros, yeah.
Right.
So basically, I'm not upset with that.
No.
I've only been upset that they've made about 5 substitutions and we only made 1.
But I do agree with what John Sinclair said yesterday. It's like what we played in the final. If we had gone for the juggler of Italy and continued to go for the juggler of Italy, instead of I knew, but I said it to the lads. Yes, I said it to the lads I was watching that final with. I said, the thing is that is not a good thing that we've gone 1-0 up that early in that game. And so it proved. Because I knew what we was going to do. We was going to sit back, defend it, and yeah, it might have come off, but it didn't.
Let's say that we then losing. They would have got just so much crucified for that.
But we wouldn't have.
If we had, we don't know.
We was a better team than Italy.
But that's it. If we had, we lost 3-4. He would have got probably the manager, whoever it is, whether it's Al Franzi, or Watson,
Jimmy Savile.
Well, that's Steve Cooper. No, they get crucified whether they do A or B. That's the thing with them, with an England manager.
Yeah. No, to be honest, I'm quite happy with the result, and you know, it's a decent result. Let's have a look at the other fixtures, though. Italy versus Albania. Italy won 2-1 against Albania. And I'll tell you what, that was a surprise because Albania went 1-0 up. And I thought Albania were very, very good.
Yeah. It was a damn poor throwing from the Italian.
Yeah.
Again, but what he took it well, the Albania.
Oh yeah.
Albania finished top of the group.
Yeah.
In the qualifying.
Yeah, they're no slouches. I think they're a good side.
Italy, champions, 55 for the World Cup, only won 2-1. No different to England. So we qualified for the World
One side that surprised me, Croatia.
Cup.
Now Croatia looked very, very poor, but Spain do look very good.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is what England should be doing: going for the juggler, going for it, and trying to beat these teams heavily. You know, I don't get me wrong. It's not how you start these competitions; it's how you end them. But
That's it. You're complete. How we start. Sorry.
honestly, a bloody nightmare you are. Hungary versus Switzerland. Switzerland won 3-1.
So can I just go back?
You're not hungry, are you?
I am.
You are.
Can I go back?
Well, that's the problem because the cherry fox ain't doing food.
No, it's not. But it gives me those guys for confidence. Annoyance. You know, do you think, as an England manager, it's a serious question here, that Gareth Southgate manager is scared to go for the jugular in case he loses 3-4-1 and gets intimidated by everybody? Is that scary? Right? Brendan Rodgers used to do this at Leicester. You go 1-0 up and then put on a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, it's.
So do you think that's not the problem with
Yeah, I do, and I think if Eddie Howe was here, I think we would go for it a lot more often, and I think it would work.
No, I mean, I agree. We'll go for it. We've not won anything being defensive, but we have got to quarter a semi and a 25.
Quarter semi in a final.
No, the three competitions and something.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know what a semi is like.
Semis. Yeah,
I know.
that's why they do Viagra, Chris. But let's go on to. Jesus Christ.
No, I don't think he took any.
Bit of the old fucking cramp there.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Look your legs.
No, I'm all right, thanks. But where's Margot? Oh no, hang on. No, Mavis. No, thanks. As soon as I said Margot Robbie, Mavis looked over and thought, "Ooh, stroke third leg."
He's in with Mavis.
Ooh. Oh, quality joke there from Doug. I've deleted all the German contacts from my phone. It's hands-free.
Douglas. How to improve? This is just how to improve B on easy move. B. You've plotted in that now.
There's no snotting.
Anyway,
Right, back to the Euros. Right.
This is a. This
is a marathon. We haven't. Get some nuts. Right, Poland versus Netherlands. Poland, believe it or not, were 1-0 up against Netherlands. Didn't look a bad side. Netherlands, so I've got to be honest, expected a bit more from them. 2-1. No. Surprised though, this one. And this, am I right in thinking this is the only draw in there? No, they didn't. Slovenia, Denmark 1-1.
Yes.
That's why that result against Serbia, such a fantastic score. So yeah, I'm well chuffed with that.
If we win,
Yeah, we are. I'm sure we are. I'm just having a look. No, what does that remind you of? Mbappe asks for mask suggestions. on the Sky Sports app. Now, if anybody watched the last show, probably around an hour and 30 minutes, there was a video called Rishi the Fishing that was on there. And of course, I put some bloater fish's head on Rishi Suna's face. As you do, because it's weird.
I got that trophy.
Did you? So did I, yeah. Yeah, he was asking me to vote for it.
My neighbour didn't get one. I thought he was just posting to everybody in the area. I was the only one in my.
He's been round our house. Yeah.
No, did you see?
Yes, yeah. What, you saying it's not real?
Sorry, mate, it's not. I thought. Anyway, I need.
Although saying that, you watch your ass. But anybody who's watched Rishi the Fishing will notice this. Right, hopefully this will show up. But Mbappe, that's not really working, is it? But there is a picture of an Mbappe in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There we go. There we are. That's better. Look at that. That is Rishi the Fishy. That is Rishi the Fishy. Rishi the Fishy was great.
When you watch it from far or home, it looks sloppy.
I thought that would just work.
No, it kind of moves.
It does, but you have to hold it. Obviously.
Although saying that,
It's not basically it's not loose, is it?
that does improve the show.
Yes, it has.
There you go. Right. Shut up. Right, we're going to cover Monday's fixtures in the Euros. Romania beat Ukraine 3-0. Now, this is a surprise. Yes, I thought Ukraine were going to be a dark horse in this competition. I thought that Ukraine would be the dark horse in this competition. Evidently, they're not. He's in hysterics. He's in his own little fucking world. I don't know what he's on about. Here's another surprise. I'm not sure. Oh, that's Alan. He's me, maybe. Belgium got beat by Slovakia. Yes, big. Yeah. Well, I'm going to argue this, right? And of course, Austria, France, we'll come to that in a second. But I tell you what, I'm going to argue the toss here. It was 1-0 win for France. Austria played very, very well. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I didn't see that. I think that was very important.
Yeah, most definitely. But Belgium. Let's talk about Belgium. Oh my word. Belgium, personally, I think personally.
Bullshit.
Right, shut up. Right.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to steal his fucking act. Right, here we go. So Belgium. Right. Let's talk about Belgium. Now, Belgium, personally, I thought were very, very hard done. He's like a fucking child. Belgium, very, very hard. Yes, it is. Belgium were very, very hard done by, personally. And I think that second goal should have stood. Tell me why it shouldn't have. It was ball to hand. You know, where does he put his hand? What did he do? Well, exactly.
I'm not a fan of Belgium.
Slovakia. Yeah.
But in fairness, I didn't think that was hard.
Apart from fucking Iceland. When they beat us.
Well, that was a pre-season record.
No, in Euro 2016. Yeah. Aston Sainsbury's and Tesco's would have beaten us. Wow, yeah.
It was harsh.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I think personally, you know, it's a great story. Don't get me wrong. It's a great story. It's like the Leicester City story, but well, no. But at the same time, it's not. It was harsh. Personally, if we're taking the game as it should be, it was harsh. Of course, we had 2 games already today. The game is on at the moment, as we can hear in the background. Well, no, we had 1 game today, didn't we? Portugal and Czechia. When did it become Czechia, not the Czech Republic?
They changed the name. That is Czechia. That is the name in their language.
But why is Turkey spelt like that?
Because that's how you spell Turkey. It's Turkey.
Yeah, but Turkey is like gobble gobble gobble. You spell it like a turkey gobble gobble gobble. Look, it's spelled.
Yeah, because
Turkey.
right, it's right. People are looking.
Oh, have you ever played? Have you ever played that game? No. We're making an interlude here. Have you ever played the game Chicken Goals? Right, I'm going to teach you a game called Chicken Goals. So what you need to do is get a lot of very pissed people round a fireplace, or you know, a student hall or something like that. Right, and then what you do is Chicken Goals up. And then if you go, you got to go that way. You go, goes that way. If you look at them and go, then it passes straight over. But if you don't react, so if I go, you have to go quickly and pass it back round. I tell you what, it's a great game when pissed.
Anybody
Chicken Goggles.
in the entire world played Chicken Goggles.
Chicken Goggles is one of the greatest games.
Anybody ever played
Mate, when I went over to India, I introduced them to Chicken Goggles, and I tell you what, they go, and I tell you what, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. Chicken Goggles is one of the greatest things ever. Well, they do in India now. They're probably all playing it, thanks to me. Where was we? Turkey, weren't we?
No.
Yeah, Turkey's gobble gobble. Well, no, it is. It sounds like Turkey. Yeah, but what's Georgia called in Georgian? No, it's not called Georgia. In Georgia. Yeah, but why are we calling Turkey Turkey after Turkish? We don't call Germany Deutschland. Yeah, 3-1. We don't call Germany Deutschland. We call it Germany. I don't know. Don't worry, I've just taken him out on the day visit. Yeah. And then, of course, Portugal and Czechia, which, I don't know when they changed the name of their country. So hold on a minute. So if they turned around and they said, this country here that we're sitting, if we're going to call it Inglia, they wouldn't, but you think that's allowed? Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's like Czechia. It's called the Czech Republic.
To us.
Oh, so okay. I'm learning something. You learn something new every day, don't you?
This has been the longest 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 50% of my life.
So to be honest, this is a great show. So we've started with Nigel Farage. We've gone to Jim will fix it and it's a knockout. We've then gone around the Premier League fixtures, mentioned Man City about 50 times. Then we've come back to you mentioned Rolf Harrison's. Who's the other one? Gary Glitter. And then we went back to Nigel Farage. I'll tell you what. If you've watched this for the whole 2 hours, I salute you. They've enjoyed this. Yeah. No. Yeah, well, let's do it.
I mean, it's all something to be back on the
Yeah. Guaranteed. They'll probably do it this week. It's funny if it's Scott Parker.
He's going to get a better job than you. I should have said nobody's going to be as stupid as well. But the reason I think it's going to be Scott Parker, whether it's my choice.
Scott Parker, yeah. Scott Parker, yeah. Yeah. Why it's going to be Scott Parker? Here we go. Firstly, Scott Parker is, one of the finest managers. After getting 37 points from 15 games with Bournemouth, he nearly fucked it right up. I've done the first bit for you.
Yeah, I got that one. The reason I think
Gary Glitter. I can assure you, Chris, don't worry, it's not going to be Gary
no, I was
Glitter.
going to say Graham then.
I thought you was going to say Gary Glitter. I was going to say, don't worry, he's not going to take over. He's probably inside. Graham.
Yes.
Who said Gary?
The reason he's going to be Graham Potter is because I think if it was going to be corporate, like that,
Do you want me to message him, ask him if Carlos Corporate is coming?
If it's going to be Cooper or Boyd, who are out of work, or everybody else is out of work, that's running out of time. We want top wants Potter more than anybody. Now, if Potter wasn't Cooper, I think he would have said by now he's not interested and pulled himself out. It hasn't happened. I think we will be You've got a little
No, it's like a sentence. Oh, hang on. Message from Carlos Corbrand. Corbrand. He said, "Of course I'm not going to Leicester. They're shit. Shut up, you silly bastard." There we go.
Wait, not the silly bastard, right?
Thanks, Carlos. I tell you what. Do you think Matt should donate those? We're going to go to Turkey. I tell you what, that's a good thing. Go to Turkey for the last game of the Euros. You could come back with full flowing lots. You could full flowing lots. There's me. I'll come back. It'd be like, because he's worth it. Ginola. Oh, he knows Ginola.
No, I don't know. I tried it.
Bollocks.
There's hair down there.
Now there's probably more hair down there than there is on the end. Yeah, I don't want to see it. Don't worry. Thank you. Thanks for
over the 2 hours. Any 5 seconds, 4, 3.
Any other? I'll tell you what. Let's do a question and answer session. Question. Would you like to ask any questions? Let's give people two minutes. Or are they just having this on? Have they all fallen asleep? I tell you what. Paul McKenna. It's a sleep thing. That works a treat. Oh, snooze my little head. What's that? EON, EOR. I'll tell you what, if you want to see these.
Yeah, I put the sleep at the O. I didn't wait for the O.
I'll tell you what, if you want to see these, type in Think Local, Employ Global, and there's EOR Daily, and there's a normal one as well. You can watch my channel and me talking about, how you can employ anyone anywhere. Do you want me to do a pitch? I'll do a pitch. So what we do is we enable companies who are looking to scale and onboard internationally to do that without the need for an entity or a bank account, without in the country in which you're looking to target. You keep throwing me, so I didn't. No. Maybe they should do.
When's your next show?
What, the EOR one? I'm sure the viewers would actually like to watch it. Is it something you said to yourself?
YouTube.
No. Honestly, type in Think Local, Employ Global, and have a little watch. And I'm sure you will be proven that Chris is talking absolute garbage.
You were talking garbage for about an hour. Because I gave up. I gave up after the video. I didn't shit. I didn't show up the
So me and Matt are doing a show tomorrow, where we are discussing the fixtures. We're discussing particular runs. So Matt has got his chance to explain where he sees things. And we'll be discussing everything, going into it in quite detail. So that's the thing. Go and check us out. I tell you what, go like, subscribe, and hit the bell, please. Anybody who's a Leicester fan, it really does help my channel grow. You probably will enjoy it. There is Richard Archer from Hard-Fi on there. There's Damon Minchella from Ocean Colour Sea, Gaz Whelan from the Happy Mondays, Richie Neville from Five, Peter Hooton from The Farm, there's Harry Redknapp, Steve Fletcher, Steve Cook, Cole Broadhurst, Joe Parsington. He's not. He's a good man. We've got Kieran Maguire ×2. We've got loads and loads of shows for you to check out. So go check out. Oh, and we've got some bloke that supports Leicester, but no.
We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that if you mention him.
All right. Well, hold
on. So, the other thing you can do, if you're a Bournemouth fan, and there might be one or two watching, get over to LTID TV, give us a subscribe and a like, and you will see tomorrow at 7 o'clock here in the Wire, talking all things football finance, FFP and PSR, and how it applies to Leicester. If you remember the playoff final, Silence of the Rams,
Silence of the Rams. Love it. Love it.
Derby 2-1. Steve Walsh.
It sounds better than. It sounds better. It sounds better than Silence of the
So get over the LTID TV. If you remember the silence of the
LTID TV. You said LITD.
All the chance in all departments.
I'm not sure.
Now, get over to LTID TV. If you remember Silence of the Rams, I'm interviewing Steve Walsh about the match. He scored obviously 2 goals. He didn't play all season. He came up to the final after injury and scored the 2 goals and got promoted to the Premier League. And we also had Steve Reinix on talking about the match where we had 4 goalkeepers, 8 goals, and the 2 goalkeepers that weren't official goalkeepers never conceded a goal. Shrewsbury 5, Shrewsbury 2, Leicester 5. Check that out on the channel. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Kieran Maguire, Finance, FFP, and PSR. I think it's about time now.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you really get on my list?
It's only taken 2 hours.
Oh,
God.
no, believe me. It took about 5 minutes.
You love it, really. You love it. Yeah, go and subscribe to Leicester Till I Die. Come and subscribe to Up the Cherries in all departments. Up the Cherries now. So yeah, do go and check them out. It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
See, we've got the 2 Ronnies, haven't we? Lucky now.
I should be like you, Melvin.